The Twin Flame Awakening, the Sacred Mirror of the Soul. Part 1. The Call of the Other. In the quiet moments of our lives, we often feel a strange, unnameable longing. It is a hunger that food cannot satisfy and a thirst that water cannot quench. We feel as though we are a half-finished sentence, waiting for the word that'll make us whole. Many call this the search for a soulmate, but there is an experience that goes much deeper, a connection that doesn't just settle the heart, but sets it on fire. This is the Twin Flame Awakening. For a mature soul, this awakening is not about finding a partner to complete your life. It is about meeting a mirror that reflects your true self. It is the moment the universe holds up a glass and says, "Look, this is who you really are." As the wise Rumi famously wrote, lovers don't finally meet somewhere, but they're in each other all along. Part 2. The Recognition. The awakening begins with a shock to the system. You meet someone, and the air in the room changes. It isn't the fireworks of a typical romance. It is something much more unsettling. It is a sense of déjà vu. It is the feeling of coming home to a house you've never visited, yet you know exactly where every door leads. This is the recognition of the soul. In this person, you see your own light, but you also see your own shadows. The twin flame is often described as one soul split into two, but as two halves of the same original energy. Whether or not you believe the ancient myths, the experience is undeniable. This person enters your life and suddenly, all your walls begin to crumble. The masks you have worn for 40 years start to itch. The polished version of yourself that you show the world begins to crack. This is the first stage of the awakening, the destruction of the false self. Part 3. The Mirror of Truth. Why is this experience so powerful? Because a twin flame is a sacred mirror. Most people in our lives are like soft mirrors. They show us what we want to see. They support our ego. But the twin flame shows you the truth. If you have a hidden fear, they will trigger it. If you have an unhealed wound from your childhood, they will accidentally touch it. If you have a secret greatness you've been too afraid to show, they will demand that you step into it. Rumi understood this friction when he said, "If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror ever be polished?" The twin flame is the ultimate polishing stone. The relationship is often difficult because it is designed to burn away everything that is not the real you. It is not a relationship of ease, but a relationship of evolution. Part 4. The Purpose of the Pain. Many people experience the twin flame and think something has gone wrong because it hurts. They experience periods of separation, of intense longing, or of running away from the connection. But for the mature soul, we must ask, what is the purpose of this pain? The pain of a twin flame awakening is the pain of the ego dying. It is the pain of realized oneness. When you are separated from this person, you aren't just missing a partner. You feel like you are missing a part of your own spirit. This longing is a spiritual tool. It forces you to look inward. It forces you to find the divine within yourself, rather than seeking it in another person. The twin flame is not the destination, they are the doorway. They are sent to wake you up so that you can finally fall in love with a life that lives inside you. Part 5. The Divine Marriage Alchemia. In the ancient traditions of wisdom, they spoke of the sacred marriage, the union of the masculine and feminine energies within one person. The twin flame awakening is the external trigger for this internal marriage. You see the qualities you lack in them, and you realize you must develop those qualities in yourself. If they are the logic and you are the emotion, the awakening calls you to find your own logic. If they are the strength and you are the gentleness, the awakening calls you to find your own strength. The goal of the twin flame is not for two people to become one in a codependent way. The goal is for two people to become whole individually, so they can stand together like two pillars holding up the same temple. Rumi spoke of this depth when he said, "In the minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was." He realized that the you he was looking for was the divine reflection found in the mirror of the beloved. Part 6. Living the Awakening. How do you handle this powerful experience? First, stop trying to control it. The twin flame connection follows a different clock than the world. You cannot force it to be a normal relationship. You must surrender to the timing of the universe. Second, focus on the inner work. Whenever you feel the pull or the pain of the connection, turn the camera back on yourself. Ask, what is this feeling trying to teach me about my own heart? Third, practice unconditional love. To love a twin flame is to love without needing to own or possess. It is to wish for their highest good, even if that good doesn't involve you right now. This is the highest form of love that asks for nothing in return. Conclusion. The return to the source. The twin flame awakening is a gift, though it often feels like a storm. It is the universe's way of fast-tracking your spiritual growth. It is an invitation to leave the shallow waters of like and dislike and enter the deep ocean of being. If you have met this person, do not be afraid of the fire. Let it burn away the dust on your mirror. Let it polish your soul until you can see the divine in your own reflection. Remember, you were never truly separate. You were always two notes in the same melody, to raise from the same sun. This is the spoken soul.